Welcome back to News Tonight, the discussion segment. And here we'll be talking about the aftermath of the rollout of the Enugu Transport Infrastructure Management System. Now that we have it in place, how does it work? How much did it cost? And how will Enugu people actually embrace this new setup? And to help us put this in perspective, I have here in the studio with us Darlington Nnamani. So Darlington Arinze Nnamani is the SA to the Enugu State Governor on Media. Thank you for coming here tonight on the news.
Thank you very much, Alex.
So, yeah, a lot of celebration yesterday, but all the details as to how this will work isn't there. I was really hoping to see blow by blow demonstration of how people can board these buses. How does it work? If I want to enter there, I haven't even had time to move out. I've been walking. If I want to board that bus, what should I do? Should I pay cash? Should I use my card? Should I use my NIN? What is it? How does it work?
Once again, good evening, Alex, and good evening, people of Enugu State. The humongous vision that the government of Enugu State, first of all, we must commend that step, because one of the teaching problem we have in Nigeria is we tend to forget how we start or how we were before we get success. You understand? So we remember vividly when the governor of Enugu State, Governor Peter Mbah, started this vision when he told the people of Enugu State of what he wants to do and how he wants to transform the transportation sector. Most of the people, kicked back at it. They said that he was not going to do something different, So, but I must commend the governor because of this bold step and bold initiative, because the transportation terminal has been able to change the face of Enugu State and change the psyche of the people of Enugu State. Because in Holy Ghost before, I remember 2, 3, 4 years ago, that every time we listen and hear news of where people were being stabbed, where criminals took over the whole place. But this new transportation system has changed the narrative, and it's going to change the narrative, because I want to tell you vividly that when you go to a new city, the places that you go to those places with new buses, or either any of the buses, or either of their transportation system. So it will give you a world view of how that place is. So you can't tell people to come to Enugu State to invest, or come to Enugu State to develop Enugu State. And when you come to Enugu State, the first thing you are seeing in Holy Ghost or in Soka and other environments is an eyesore. You see people coming to disturb you. You see criminals coming to take over your phone, your assets, and other valuable items. So this terminal has been able to change the psyche of our people. And I must appreciate the people of Enugu State, because they were able to appreciate where they were coming from. They saw what the governor has achieved in this construction of the terminal. And yesterday when we went to Holy Ghost, Terminal 1 and 2, when we went to the governor, I want to say something that is very significant and conspicuous here. Categorically, the governor drove in from Holy Ghost Terminal to Osoka Terminal on our bus, our CNG bus. That was significant and symbolic. The governor was there, the deputy governor was there, and other top government functionaries, they were all there. So it's something that is symbolic and significant. Now, when you talk about the either cash or cashless, right? The Enugu State government have continued to say that we are not longer in the old system. So we believe in technology. This is a cashless system. The card will be called EJ card. EJ card. Okay. So it enables let's say the client or anybody to, let's say, go to the website and purchase a number you can purchase for 6 months or 1 year. And when you go to any of the bus station or any of the bus, you will use one card. That one card will enable you to go to anywhere you want to go to. And it is affordable. For our young persons, for our mothers, our students, very important, because Enugu State has a lot of high institutions here. So our students are going to benefit from this a lot, so much. We know that when you're going from Enugu State to Nsukka, you pay over 3,000 or 4,500 naira. But with these CNG buses, you pay 2,500 naira from Enugu, from Holy Ghost, from Nsukka. Is that not significant? Is that not touching the life of the ordinary person? This is something you should ask yourself. So we must appreciate that fact that the governor has been able to transformatively change the status quo of the transportation sector.
I'm much more interested in how there are people watching who want to know how they can get the card. They have to go to the terminal?
Yes, they have to go to the terminal. And the Minister of Transportation have also said that we'll have, from this first week, we're going to have free cards for the people. So you can have free cards.
So people can enjoy some free ride?
The free cards.
Okay, you can get a card for free. But you now load the fund.
You have to load the fund.
Okay.
Now, what do you want to expect from the government that is reducing the transport? You see the minibus, keke, and others that are also crying that this government CNG bus is going to crash the price of transportation. This is what Governor Mbah means. He means well for the people of Enugu State. He understands that you have to connect the dots.
That's right. Is there any special waiver for students?
Yes, there's a special waiver for students. It's going to be more affordable and cheaper for the students. It's also going to be affordable and cheaper for our younger persons and also our older women. Because the governor understands that we can always be as strongest or as weak as the weakest link among ourselves. So the governor is not taking that for granted. So our students, our mothers, our younger persons will get the benefit of this CNG bus, even as the general public, because the CNG bus is expected to generate over 20,000 jobs for our young persons. Who are the people that are going to work in Enugu, the Holy Ghost terminal in the Enugu? Who are the people that are going to work at the terminal in the Enugu? Who are the people that are going to work at the Nsukka terminal in the Enugu? Who are the people that are going to work for the Gariki terminal in the Enugu? So it's an inclusive governance, and it is very important. I note this because when you go to the social media, you see some persons complaining that it's not yet at Ogo or Oji River, but this is just the first phase.
Yeah, I mean, looking at Facebook,
yes,
and some other social media, there was a banter, and someone was busy talking about how the bus terminal at Nsukka looked like. There has been criticism of the transport terminal at Nsukka. The argument is, why wasn't the design used in Enugu used in Nsukka? Was it deliberate? Because we need to ask the question.
Yes, the issue is this. There are people who always want to, enemies of the states, who always want to bring out propaganda to accuse the state government or to make the state Governor Mbah look like a sectional governor.
No, that's I know already, but I want to know, why was the design for Nsukka different?
See, the issue that we're also having globally is that everybody tends to be a civil engineer, because the topography at Nsukka or the topography at Uji and the topography here at Enugu town is not the same. You all know. But I want to say this to the contractor that constructed the Nsukka bus terminal. He's from Nsukka too. And it's not about the building here. There is no facility that you have at Nsukka that you will not see the same facility at Gariki or at the Holy Ghost terminal.
They all have the same.
They have the same facility, the same feature. This is just test of architectural design. Architecture is all about design. So you have to make everything you are building look very conducive for the people. And this is also in line with the climate policy of the governor that we have just signed. The Enugu State is the first state that just assented to that. So people who are trying to change the narrative that the governor built a different terminal at his hometown, they are just trying to cause problem, trying to use the social media to change.
Is there a terminal in Owo?
There's, as of now, there is no terminal at all. So why are they saying that? So that is why the governor, we had, this is the first phase, right? 5 terminals. I want to put this for a concept. Alex, I have to put this for a concept. We have to know this. There is no state governor in Nigeria since 1999 that have constructed the ultra-modern bus terminal. 5 ultra-modern bus terminal in just 2 years.
Okay, I need us to press a lot of things into one. In this whole assessment, in this first phase of constructions, there is no bus terminal or transport terminal in the whole of Enugu West. So was it, what's the criteria?
You have to look at the comparative advantage. You understand? You have to look at the influence of where people come to first when they come to Enugu. Alex, when I arrive in Enugu, where do I come to? Where do these people come to? This is what you have. That's why before any construction is being made, you have to go through what we call the EAI, Environmental Impact Assessment. The Environmental Impact Assessment gives you an insight, the feasibility and the viability of any construction that the government is about to embark on. This gives you the know-how and the worldview of what you're about to embark on. So the issue is, I want to reiterate this, is when we went to Nsukka, we had a lot of the people came out to thank the governor for what he has done for the people of Nsukka. So there are just few elements, few people who want to change the narrative.
Okay. How much did this cost? Because we've seen 5 terminals.
Yes.
How much did it cost the government to build this?
Alex, when I was coming here, I wanted to discuss about the terminal and the positive side of the terminal. I believe that the Commissioner for Finance, or those who are in the finance, will give you this detail of how much it costs at that particular point, because we have inflation. You can't just use the price of the last year to say that this is what the government used for this year, because we have inflation. We don't have.
Because it's among the questions being asked. Yes, wonderful. The terminals have been built, but how much did it cost the government? The people will need to know this.
Yes, the people will need to know that, and the government practice the traceability fund and traceability aspect of the government is very paramount, because that was why when the governor came on board, the first thing he did was to sign the Citizens Charter, which enables the citizens to engage the government and ask questions and responsible questions, that how are we doing this and how have we been able to achieve this?
That's right.
So the finance commissioner will answer.
We'll have just about a minute and a half to go, but I need to find out from you what plans the state government has for sustainability and maintenance of this bus terminals.
Yes,
is it going to be concessioned? Is it going to be operated by government?
Yes, one thing the government did was to construct it, right? So what we are going to do is to concession the management of the terminal, the various terminal, because I believe that when Governor Mbah when he came on board, he saw a lot of abandoned assets, and he said we are going to resuscitate those abandoned assets. That's why we are seeing the ICC, the 5-star hotel, and the presidential, the natural gas, and what have you. So some other successive government might not have that same worldview as Governor Mbah. So we have to concession the management, and this is what the government is doing.
So these facilities will be maintained?
Yes, surely maintained. The management of the facility will be concessioned. It will be concessioned and to be surely maintained, because people is no longer politicians managing something. It's about businessmen.
Okay.
And we cannot also forget about the personality of who Governor Mbah is. He's a businessman who understands what business is all about. So he's going to make sure that the right decisions are being made for the people and the general interest of Enugu. Alex, finally, I want to say this. Everything the Governor Mbah is doing in Enugu State is not because of his personal interest, but because of the overriding interest of the people of Enugu State.
All right. That would be a good place to leave it. Very many thanks to you, Darlington Arinze Nnamani, SA to the Governor on Media. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex.
Thank you for staying with us on the news tonight. Do follow us on all social media platforms at Afia TV Official. My name is Alex Obodo. Good night.